Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So there's a very interesting video that is trending right now on a topic that was already previously discussed, but because Miss Felicia Rashad is speaking on it, it is gaining traction again. But we are talking about how young women dress, and they dress so provocatively that some are calling it disgusting. Now, before getting into this topic, I want you all to go ahead and share the video so that others can tap in on this conversation. If you are new to the channel and you enjoy the truth, why not go ahead and subscribe? And of course, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time we upload. So anyway, I want to give you all Felicia Rashad's perspective. She gave a very soft rebuke to young women that dress like, inappropriately. They don't want anybody saying anything to them about it. They have so much to say if someone tries to explain to them why this isn't a good idea. But so far, I haven't seen young women giving Miss Felicia Rashad the backlash that they were giving Sherri Shepherd. Now, I hear some people, they're saying, oh, they're angry at Felicia Rashad right now because of this, that, and the third. I haven't seen that. I have not seen people getting upset at Felicia Rashad because she carries herself with such grace as she has for a very long time. Now, I did see people very upset with Sherri Shepherd because they felt like Sherri... I'm not going to get into the Sherri Shepherd thing again because I covered that in detail. She played the role, a tripped out role that she probably shouldn't have played, and then backtrack and say that someone is supposed to be a role model to young people. Anyway, Felicia Rashad's perspective was very sweet, okay? And she still told it like it was. She talked about young women being queens. So she wants to put something else in your mind. She wants to put a different perspective in there. But she herself has carried herself as a queen. As far as I've known, I haven't seen any roles thus far that she has played that have been super questionable. Not saying that they're not out there. Just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Okay? But I haven't seen it, nor have I heard it. But this woman has carried herself with such grace for as long as I have seen her. And so her giving this soft rebuke will hopefully cause some young women to rethink the trash walk that they have out here, especially these young celebrities and entertainers. Anyway, for those of you who have not seen this, I want you to take a look at what Felicia Rashad has to say, as well as I'm going to do a replay of Sherri Shepherd and India Irie. They're going to speak on this as well because all three of their responses were right. This is not the way. This is not what our young women should be doing. Okay? So take a listen at this and I'll be right back.
I'm taken aback when I see on a college campus young women dressed in strips of clothing. But more importantly than that, no man wants his woman to be out like that.
Except that any time a woman says anything, even in the vicinity of another woman, she's being catty and she's fighting.
Came up in an era, Miss Rashad, where dignity and grace were everything. So do you ever look at how wild Hollywood is now and you just think to yourself, boy, y'all got it easy. Y'all wouldn't have got away with that in my day.
Yeah, you'd have to look at Hollywood. I could look at the way young ladies dress.
No, I should have put some other pants.
You got your
I'm not talking about that.
I'm talking about
elbow, shoulder over here. You want my coat?
This was fully, you could see everything. Zoe Kravitz graced us with her butt crack. You could see everything. Megan Thee Stallion wore a dark green gown with only matching green pasties to cover up her breasts. And so this is where I have to put my Auntie Sherri wig on. And I say this with all of the love that I have. Ladies, this is not it. And I say this because there are young women, young girls who are looking up to all of you. All of you.
Okay. So like I said, I want to say that all three of these ladies are absolutely right. Many others have been speaking on this as well. And they are absolutely right. This is not a good way to continue going, because our young women have been dressing like this for a long time, and they're going from bad to worse. As Sherri Shepherd pointed out, you got one girl who is showing her crack, and the other just pasting stuff over important parts. And it's just very distasteful to do this. Hopefully they can listen to someone like Felicia Rashad, and who gave them a soft rebuke. Hopefully they can listen to her and make some changes, because young women are looking up to them. Now, I do agree with Sherri that, it comes with the territory that they are looking up to you as a role model. But I also believe that parents should not allow their children to look up to these kinds of women as role models. You know what they're all about. You know what they dress like. And first of all, any mother who is allowing her daughters to listen to the music of some of these women, she herself needs a role model, because you should not put your children or allow your children to listen to this kind of stuff. It's one thing if they're sneaking behind your back and doing it, but what we have seen so many times is that you'll have moms on the internet bouncing their behinds to this garbage, and their little girls right there with them. So, in cases like this where you are the bad role model and you're allowing them to listen to this stuff right alongside you, then you are definitely a part of the problem as a mother or father or aunt or uncle or any relative. I've seen parties that they've posted with kids online dancing to filthy music and grown-ups right there cheering them on. These are some of the things that the Most High some of the reasons why the Most High allows judgment to touch down in the black community so much, because we are supposed to be the light of the world. But many times we are not operating in light, but operating in darkness. And for those of you who think that you dressing this way and causing someone's eyes to wander and a young man to start lusting after you or something like that, for you to think, if you think that it's his problem according to the Bible, no, it's not just his problem. It's yours too. It is your problem too. And that's the point I want to drive home. I know a lot of people only have a secular point of view. They don't have a biblical or a scriptural point of view, but I like to bring that because there is a judgment or a chastisement attached to this type of behavior. Some would say there's hell to pay. I've said this before. Based on some scriptural text, we need to be very careful with our souls and don't keep allowing ourselves to grant our own selves permission to do something that is wrong in the sight of the Most High. Whether it's a young woman dressing to entice or a young man lusting after the young woman who is dressed to entice. Either way it goes, we have got to end this folly and start putting our families and relationships back together in a godly way. Anyway, I was so glad to hear Felicia Rashad chiming in on this. And she, like I said, she gave a rather soft rebuke. I haven't seen any young women responding to her in a bad way. A lot of times people will say those things because they want to. Now, if they did, I haven't seen it. Okay, some people are claiming that they have. I've only seen people respond to Sherri in a negative way, Sherri Shepherd. I have not seen them respond to Phylicia. But anyway, this is the type of advice young women need to listen to. Cover your behind up. Stop stepping out here in pasties. This stuff will come back. Listen, like I said, when you read some of the apocalyptic scripture, that's enough to scare anybody straight. It should be. The world has gotten so far removed from righteousness that when you try to bring it up, nobody wants to hear it. They'll say this and they'll say that, but it ain't got nothing to do with any of it. What it has to do is what is right is right. I'm sorry, I got a little tongue twisted there. But what's right is right, period. And our young women need to follow the examples of women who are going to show you how to be a lady, how to conduct yourself as a woman. Because there are some young women out here who don't need to be nobody's role model. And unfortunately, the ones that Sherri Shepherd were talking about are being looked up to as role models. But they certainly are not. Just because someone is a celebrity or famous or rich does not mean that they are automatically qualified to be a role model. Parents need to take a more proactive role in making sure that their children are not exposed to all of this garbage. I've seen even little children dressed like some of these women. And what I get from that is that their mothers are dressed like some of these women. And so they want to dress their little girls up to look like them because they look like these women who dress like trash. They don't see anything wrong with it. And when someone speaks out about it, like India Irie said, they believe that you're being catty. If you speak anything in the vicinity of another woman in disagreement with something such as this, they automatically believe that you are being catty, and that is not the case. Some women are just being motherly or sisterly or more like an auntie and telling you, look, baby, you're going to attract the wrong kind of attention looking and acting like that. Now, it's obvious a lot of young women don't want to hear what anyone has to say, and they have to learn the hard way. Many of them do. We see them crying years down the line, putting their little videos out about all of the troubles and the woes that they are experiencing because they did decide to walk a different path. But if someone can save you now before making all of those mistakes, take the advice. Take it as love. And stop biting someone's head off because they're trying to help you. Because if we don't change, we're going to continue to go from bad to worse in the so-called black community. Anyway, I'm done with this. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, keep it tight and keep it right. But until the next live or the next video, be careful and stay prayed up. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.